Okay, hi and welcome back. Okay, so we left you here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add a bit more lorem ipsum in here so we can get a nice idea of how the text will float around the images. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that and then I'm going to paste it again on each div. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to press. Okay, so there we go, that's what I've done there. Okay, and then I think what we'll do is we'll bring that picture of the gondola, we're going to move that to the start of image, the start of the div. Okay. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a bit of tidying up on the images. So we're going to give them a bit of a margin so the text floats nicely around the edge. Okay, and then we're going to clear the float on each one. Okay, I'm just going to give it a 1% margin because I think that's plenty. And the same on the bottom. Obviously you can give it whatever margin you want to give it. There we go. And there we go. And then we're just going to clear the float at the bottom. So we're going to clear left. Always remember when you're clearing the float that it's the if you've got a left float you clear left, if you've got a right float you clear right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put some background colour and a heading on here. Okay, so let's start with background colour. Now we can go up to our styles in this and we can just put body and have the whole background the same colour. Okay, so all we do is body because I'll show you the body tag again just so you're clear. So this is the body tag, so everything in the body tag is now going to have a background of, we're going to do orange, so it's similar to the one that we did before. So background colour. Okay, orange. There we go. So here we are. Now you'll notice that everything's gone orange and it's covered everything when you don't close your curly braces. Okay, so we're going to close our curly braces. Okay, and there we go. Okay, now we're going to put a header on there. Okay, so we'll go to the top of our section. Okay, so we're going to go into the section tag, and now there's various types of headings from 1 to 6. Okay, heading 1 being the biggest, heading 6 being the smallest. And we're going to use heading 1 because it's the most important part of the page, and we're going to call it my website. Okay, you can call it obviously whatever you like. Okay, so there you go. So then we'll refresh that. Now we then want to do some styling to it, so you can either give your heading 1 an ID. If you're having lots of headings, heading 1s, it's wise to give an ID. If you're not, you can just use your heading 1 as your style, which is what we're going to do here because we're not going to do lots of heading 1s. But if you do, or any heading, if you're going to use any tag name more than once to style it, or JavaScript or link, use an ID for each one. Okay, so we're going to just use heading 1. Okay, and then we're going to make sure we close our curly braces this time. Okay, So now we want, first of all, let's put our heading 1 in the centre. So to do that, all we need to do is text align and then centre. Now I'm going to show you as it goes so you can see what it's doing. Okay, so there we go, that's in the centre. Now we're going to make our heading a bit bigger. So we're going to do font size. Okay, and it's going to be, let's go for 50 pixels. Okay, and then we're going to save that and we're going to refresh it. And then we've got a nice size heading. Now I think we're going to put a border. We're going to put a border bottom this time. So border bottom. Okay, and we're going to have, I think, 1 pixel because I think it looks good. And then again solid. Now the other types of borders you can use are ridge, dashed. Okay, there's probably several others. You can look it up on W3 Schools. It'll give you a list there. Okay, and there we go. Now maybe on the other one, I think we've also got a top border, so we can put a top border on that. Again, as you'd expect, it's border top. Okay, and we'll do again 1 pixel, solid, black. Okay, there we go. And there we have it. Let's have a look at the other one. Let's see what else is on there that we haven't done. So again, we've put a nav bar at the bottom there, and that's fairly easy to do. All we do is go to between the section and the body, and we'll call this our footer section. Okay, so you put footer, a closing footer tag. Now all we're going to do in this case is literally copy and paste the nav at the top to the bottom. Obviously you can put in different links. You could even restyle it and do it completely different, but just to show you how it's done, I'm just going to copy and paste it so you can see what I mean. Okay, now if we just do that, you'll see that it'll probably, now we've got our web page. What we're going to do is we're going to make it so the nav bar does not overflow the pictures by adding a simple div tag to our nav. So we're going to put nav ID bottom, okay, because it's the bottom nav bar. Okay, the reason we're adding an ID and not using nav is obviously because we have a nav up the top and we don't want both navs to follow this style. Okay, we're going to go back up to here. We're just going to put in our hashtag and then our bottom and then our opening and closing curly braces, and then in here we're going to put width at 100% because we want it the full width of the page, and then we're going to put float. Okay, and we're going to put left. Okay, we're going to see what that does. Okay, and then we have that, and there we go. We can move it backwards and forwards, and the pictures do not at any stage overlap the navigation bar. And there we go. Okay, just come up down there. One responsive website with a top navigation bar, bottom navigation bar, and floating images. Thank you very much for watching.